Hi everyone, today I'm going to demo Heart Divided. You can see that I've already got my zigzag base on my paper. The most important thing to do when you're drawing your zigzag framework is to leave enough space in between the points of the zigzags to be able to do the rest of the pattern. So, and to try and line them up as well as you can, because the pattern will look better if you've got them lined up. Okay, so all I'm going to do now is just do the top part of my hearts, trying to get this part in line with that point. Can be a bit fiddly to do. Just do the best you can. And we're also trying to get these curved parts of the heart halfway in between these, the gap in these zigzags. Okay, so the other row, this time I need to make sure that I touch that down to the point, touch. If you find it hard to space the zigzags, I'm actually going to show you an alternative way to approach it too. So next row. Like most patterns, I find you kind of warm up to it after doing a few rows, and you get a little bit better at judging where you're supposed to put your lines. If you want, you can finish off the ends. Oops, a bit of a big one. Or you can leave them like that. Okay, so all you need to do now is just put in a line. Like that. Very easy stuff. All of these heart patterns are pretty simple, because they're basically the same framework, we're just finding different ways of approaching them. Okay, so we've got our basic framework. We could just leave it like that and shade it, or we can add some detail to it. Now, a couple of ways I like to kind of detail it is to add lines. You could choose just to, line some of them, leave some blank, colour some in red. You might like to, like this one, create lines in alternate directions. Okay, one of my favourite ways is to add another row of hearts on the inside. I think it creates a really flowing effect. So just, you can do one side, just do two hearts. That's about all I can fit in. I suppose if I was a bit more careful, I could fit in a few more lines, but I think that's enough. You might choose to just focus on adding some detail to these areas in here. You might want to colour them, whatever. Add some shade to the shapes. What I find interesting is it kind of creates a you almost lose the heart shape depending on how you decide to draw attention to it. You might like to leave it like these oval shapes and just add a bit of shade underneath, or as I said, kind of pick out these middle bits, and it really changes the effect. They don't, sort of the heart shapes don't stand out at all. Okay, so I wanted to show you also an alternative way of approaching this. If you find it a little bit hard to space your zigzags, you can start off with just a row of zigzags. The bells are the kittens, so don't be surprised if they jump in the middle of the desk at some point. Okay, so next I'm going to do my first row of bumps for the hearts. Okay, so before I continue on, I'm going to do another row of bumps. And then another row of zigzag. Just remember to keep it in line with the previous one. So zig at the right spot and zag at the correct one too. Okay. So you can build it up that way. If you find it a little bit hard to kind of leave enough space in the framework to be able to do the bumpy parts of the hearts, you can build it up this way as well, which for some people is easier. What's important is to find the right approach that works for you when drawing any pattern. So that's it, super easy. See ya.